After watching this video, you will master the 9 parts of speech in English. Hello and welcome to English Speaking 360. Today, I'm showing you the 9 types of words that you need to make sentences in English. Verbs, nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, determiners, and finally, interjections. This video will help you identify them, and it will also help you understand how they work together to make great sentences in English. Let's get started with verbs. Verbs show actions, states, or they help other verbs. Let me give you some examples. First, we have action verbs like sing, eat, and study. Those are very common verbs. They are basic verbs. We also have linking verbs in English, like be, seem, and look. Now here the concept is X equals Y. Let me show you what I mean. She is a teacher. Is the verb to be, and the verb to be is a linking verb. So X here is she, is the equal part, and then a teacher is the Y part here. So she equals a teacher. She is a teacher. She seems nice. She equals nice. She looks happy. She equals happy. We have one more kind of verbs in English, helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. Do, have, can, will, and must. Here's an example. He can swim. He swims is very different from he can swim. He can swim shows that he has the ability to swim. Can you find the verbs? Here's a sentence for you. I drink coffee every morning. Where is the verb? In this sentence, drink is the verb and it is an action verb. How about this sentence? They are smart students and will pass the test. In this sentence, you have many verbs. Where are they? The first verb is are, the verb to be, and that is a linking verb. We also have pass the test. That is an action verb, but pass is not alone. It is helped by the auxiliary will, and that is a helping verb. It gives a future dimension to the sentence. Now let's go with nouns. They name people, places, things, or animals, and also ideas. Let me give you some examples. So for people, you could have a person's name like Josh. Hello guys, it's me! Also for someone's job, doctor, and sisters. All of those are people. Places also, London, park, or school. We also use nouns to talk about things like books, phone, or animals like a dog. Nouns are also used for ideas like love or freedom or even happiness. So nouns are very useful words. There are 2 important types of nouns. The first type is common nouns. Those are general nouns like man, phone, or city. They are not specific. Proper nouns is the second type. These nouns are specific and they are capitalized. For example, Joseph. It is a person's name and it requires a capital letter, a big letter, Joseph. Samsung. It's not just a phone, it's a Samsung. Samsung is the name of a company, so it requires a capital letter. A city is very general, but New York is a specific city and it requires capital letters. Can you find the nouns? Here's a sentence. Lisa owns a beautiful cat. This should be super easy. The first one, Lisa, is a noun, but it is a proper noun, so it requires a capital letter. We also have cat. Cat is a common noun. No capital letter here. Sam found happiness in Tokyo. Sam is a person's name. It's a noun, but it's a proper noun. Happiness is also a noun, but it's just a common noun. And finally, Tokyo is the name of a city. It is a proper noun, so you need a capital letter. Let's move on to pronouns. Pronouns replace nouns, so they can stand in for nouns in a sentence. Use them to avoid repetition. Take a look at this example. Tara is Indian. Tara is friendly. Everyone likes Tara. Those are three perfectly good sentences. However, there is a lot of repetition, so English speakers would not say that. Usually we would say, Tara is Indian. She is friendly. Everyone likes her. So in these examples here, she is a pronoun and her is also a pronoun. Like we said, pronouns replace nouns. We have subject pronouns. You already know those. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. Here's an example. Tim loves Julia. Who loves? Tim loves. So you can replace Tim with he. He loves Julia. That is the subject of the sentence. We also have object pronouns. Me, you, him, her, it, us, them. Tim loves whom? Tim loves Julia. She is the object of the sentence, so you could replace Julia with her, and that is the object. Tim loves her. But altogether, you could also write he loves her. Here you have a subject pronoun and an object pronoun. We have other kinds of pronouns too, possessive pronouns. Mine. This dog is mine. No, it's not yours, it is hers. Possessive. Reflexive pronouns. Myself, yourself, herself. And finally, there are other kinds. This, that, someone, anyone, what, who. Those are also pronouns. Can you find the pronouns? He asked me if I could help him. This is a little bit challenging here. Think about it. The first pronoun we have here is he, and that is a subject pronoun. The second one is me. That's an object pronoun. I is also a pronoun. It is a subject pronoun. And finally, him is another object pronoun. Here's another sentence. This is mine and that is theirs. That's not an easy example. This is the first pronoun. Mine also. That and theirs. Now you remember, pronouns replace nouns. That's important. That's the key concept. What does this replace? It could replace this bag, for example, but we just point to the bag and we say, this is mine. What does mine mean? It means my bag. And that bag is theirs, their bag. So basically your sentence is, this bag is my bag and that bag is their bag. But to shorten it, we use pronouns. This is mine and that is theirs. Do you get it? I sure hope so. Adjectives. Adjectives describe or modify nouns and also pronouns because pronouns can replace nouns. Here are some examples. Fast or delicious. So those are used to describe the noun. In the first example, maybe you can say a fast jogger. Jogger is a noun and fast is modifying jogger. Delicious, a delicious cake. Cake is a noun, not just a cake, a delicious cake. It describes the kind of cake. We also have comparative adjectives, faster or more delicious. And finally, superlative adjectives, fastest and most delicious. The most delicious food is chocolate. Everyone knows that. Can you find the adjectives? Here's your sentence. I bought a large homemade pizza. If you want to find words that modify the noun, find the noun first, of course. So here, what noun do we have? We have pizza. Now look for words that modify pizza. The first one we find is large, a large pizza. It shows that the pizza is very big. But we also have homemade. What kind of pizza? It's a homemade pizza. So large and homemade are both adjectives. Here's one more. She wore an elegant black dress. Once again, look for the noun. The noun is dress. Which words give you more information about dress? The first one, elegant, an elegant dress. It looked really nice. And what color was the dress? It was black, black dress. Here, black gives more information about the dress. Adverbs. Adverbs describe or modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Now, here's something you should know. Adjectives modify nouns. Adverbs modify everything else. Let me give you some examples. So you can have a verb plus an adverb. He drives carefully. How does he drive? He drives carefully, so carefully gives more information about the driving style. Carefully modifies drives. You can also have an adverb that modifies an adjective. That movie was really good. It adds more power. That movie was good. That movie was really good. Much stronger. You can also have adverbs that modify other adverbs. She walks extremely slowly. In this case, slowly is an adverb that modifies the verb walks. But that's not the one we're interested in now. We are interested in extremely, extremely slowly. She walks slowly is a great sentence, but she walks extremely slowly, much stronger. So extremely modifies the adverb slowly. Can you find the adverbs? Here's your sentence. He rarely speaks loudly in class. So remember that adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. The first one we find here is rarely. He rarely speaks, so rarely modifies speaks. And the second one, loudly. How does he speak? He speaks loudly. Here's another example. I almost never drive too fast. Can you find the adverbs? The first one is never. I never drive. But watch out here, there's another one. Almost. Almost here modifies never. It modifies the adverb never. Almost never. It's not never. It's almost never. We have another one. Fast. I drive fast. How do I drive? Fast. So fast is modifying drive. But wait, we have one more. Too fast. So too modifies fast. I drive fast is not so bad. I drive too fast is very bad. So too modifies the adverb fast. Prepositions. Prepositions are short words that introduce a time, a place, a direction, and so on. Here I say short words. They are not always short, but most of them are very short. For example, at 8 o'clock. Here, at introduces a time, 8 o'clock. On Monday. In May. In May, many flowers bloom. Prepositions can also introduce a place, like in the box or under the bed. They are also used for direction. She is going to the store. He is walking up the stairs. Prepositions of time, place, and direction are not the only prepositions, but they are by far the most common prepositions in English. Can you find the prepositions? Here's your sentence. Let's meet at the cafe on Sunday. This should be super easy. Let's meet where? At the cafe. So that is your preposition of place. When are we going to meet? On Sunday. That's a preposition of time. I drove from Osaka to Tokyo in one day. I drove from Osaka, so that was the origin to Tokyo, direction, and finally in one day, that is a time preposition. Conjunctions. Conjunctions connect words, phrases, and clauses. The most common ones are fanboys. Fanboys is an acronym. F for A and, N nor, B but, O or, Y for yet, and S for so. These are used very often in English. If you want to connect two words, I like dogs and cats. Conjunctions are useful for that. You can also connect phrases. He works in the office or at home. Two phrases. And they often connect clauses. I like fish, but I don't like sushi. We also have many other conjunctions: because, when, if, unless, after, before, until, and so on. Can you find the conjunctions? Here's your sentence. I like tea and coffee, but I don't like milk. Are you ready? The first one is and it connects two words, tea and coffee. We also have but. But connects clauses. I like tea and coffee, but I don't like milk. Here's another sentence for you. We can travel by train or by bus if we don't rent a car. The first conjunction here is or. And what does it connect? It connects phrases by train or by bus. Those are two phrases. There's one more conjunction here, if. And if connects clauses. We can travel by train or by bus. Clause number 1. We don't rent a car. Clause number 2. Determiners. They come before nouns and they make nouns more specific. You will understand with some examples. If I say a woman, it's one woman out of many women. If I say the woman, it's a very specific woman, that woman. A, an, and the are articles, and articles are determiners. Demonstratives. This, that, these people. So you could say this woman, that man, these people. It kind of points to them. Possessives. My house, your house, his house, their house. They own it. Quantifiers. Much, many cookies, few cookies. And finally, numerals are also determiners. 1, 2, 3 fingers. So numbers can also make nouns more specific. Can you find the determiners? Here's your sentence. Many people like that singer. The first determiner is many. People like that singer, very general. Many people like that singer, much more specific. And many is a quantifier. The second one is that. That points to singer, that singer. That is a demonstrative determiner. One more sentence. The teacher gave his students a worksheet. You have a lot of work here. The first one is the teacher. Not just a teacher, the teacher. We know which one you're talking about. And the is an article. His is also a determiner. It makes the noun students more specific, and that is a possessive. The teacher's students. His students. And finally, we have one more. Makes worksheet more specific. It's an article. A worksheet means a worksheet out of the many worksheets that the teacher has in his binder. Interjections. These are exclamation words that show sudden emotion. There's something you should know. These stand alone. They have no grammatical role in the sentence. Let me show you what I mean. Yay! I passed the exam. Yay is an interjection. Oh no! What have you done? Wow, that's amazing. Wow is the interjection here. Ouch! That hurt. Oops, I did it again. You know that song. Oops is also an interjection. So you see, they always stand alone very often at the beginning of the sentence, and they are not connected to the sentence. They just show sudden emotion. Now let's test what you know. Here's a sentence. Wow, this excellent teacher explains grammar with examples, and I understand easily. Now here's your task. Can you spot the verb or the verbs in this sentence? Try to find at least one verb. Explains is an action verb, but we also have another verb. Did you find it? Understand is also an action verb. Can you spot the noun or the nouns in this sentence? Take your time. If you need extra time, you can pause the video to take a closer look at the sentence. The first noun is teacher. We also have grammar. And one more. Did you find examples? Can you spot the pronoun or the pronouns? This is a little more challenging. I is the only pronoun in this sentence. Can you spot the adjective or adjectives? There is only one adjective in our sentence. It is excellent. Excellent is a descriptive adjective. Can you spot the adverb or adverbs? Easily, that is the only adverb in our sentence. Can you spot the preposition or prepositions? In our sentence, with is a preposition. How about the conjunction or conjunctions? Remember that a conjunction is a connector. It connects two things together. And in our sentence, and is our conjunction. It connects two clauses. Can you spot the determiner or determiners? This is a determiner. This teacher, this excellent teacher. And finally, can you spot the interjection? There's only one here. It is wow. Did you get them right? I sure hope so. If you need more practice, go to my website and check out the videos on the right-hand side because they are related to the video that you have just watched. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.